friend Yalda.
Hi.
And obviously I'm going to be interviewing her. Basically we're just going to be discussing about how we both lead our lives in England compared to Iran, just as I briefly mentioned in my last vlog. So, first question, how frequently do you visit Iran?
So I've always gone to Iran at least once a year since I was born, and I always make sure that I go once a year at least, either for Iranian New Year, which is the 21st of March, or during summer or like end of summer.
Second question, what's the biggest difference between England and Iran?
I think one of the biggest differences for me is that most of my family are over there in Iran, and I just feel more close with everyone there, and also I have a lot of close friends over there than I do here. I also think that like England is more like free, and we've got a lot more freedom than we do in Iran, as you know yourself. I just love the whole vibe of Iran. I still feel like we can have our own sort of freedom, like we can make our own fun.
Yeah.
I even love going to like restaurants and like Iranian food. You know.
Love Iranian food.
What's your favourite dish?
I'd probably have to say Bodin June or Jujay kebab.
Yeah, definitely.
Love that.
You're all missing out if you don't go to it.
Third question. Do you feel like women are heavily influenced on personal appearance in Iran?
110%, as you know, and maybe you lot know as well, that Iran is like #1 for plastic surgery, and well, not exactly plastic surgery but nose jobs specifically. I've also had my nose done. I was very heavily influenced, and especially because every time you go out in the streets you see a lot of people who have got plastic surgery, or they get lip enhancement, eyeliner tattooed, lip liners tattooed, cheek fillers, lip fillers. Like now the latest thing is to like put gold like threads in your face as like a facelift. Yeah, it's
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. And also I think that especially if you're young, if you're a young girl, there's loads of women who do have plastic surgery there, so you feel like more almost obliged to get something done. Like you might not need it done, but you just want to like fit in. It's very much like high school over there. Everyone wants to like jump on the bandwagon of like doing something.
Fourth question, what's the best thing you find about Iran?
I think the best thing for me in Iran is just literally, like I said before, being with my family, being with my friends, and also it's just like a whole different lifestyle there than it is here. I think that as people are very close-knit. One thing that I find is that when you bump into someone who you know in the street, you're like, oh hello, how are you, how's it going? Like you ask about the family, you ask about the health. But in England it's like, you're right, smile, walk along. But
Yorkshire.
Yeah, exactly. In Iran, people actually do take the time to like stop and to speak to you, and literally they genuinely do care about how you are.
I agree. Question 5. How do you find the transition from England to Iran, and how comfortable do you feel about it?
Personally for me, since I've gone every year since I was a child, it's very normal to me, but for someone who'd go now it'd be like a big shock to them, because obviously there is a difference in culture, and like you have to wear hijab because it's the law over there, it's compulsory. But for me, I find that like I can easily transition from my life here to there.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like I can really adapt so easily. I get used to it instantly.
I feel like Iran is my second home. I don't feel like it's much of a holiday. I feel like I live there as well. Even though you only go like once a year or twice, it's still like, it's very normal.
Question number 6. Under what circumstances would you live in Iran?
So one of the biggest things for me is that my sort of career is more fashion related, and I think if I had greater opportunities, or like the same sort of opportunities that I do here in Iran, that'd be like one thing that'd really like push me to live there. And like I would absolutely love to live there, but it's just with pay as well, it's not really equal pay. Like men do get generally more like commission, and I also think that like one other thing is for me that in England they're very careful when they're driving, but in Iran, like as you know, it's very much like mixed up. It's very chaotic. You can barely cross the street without like praying to God that you're not going to die.
A 3-lane motorway is a 6-lane motorway.
Yeah, exactly.
Question number 7. Black. How do you present your fashion identity in Iran compared to England?
So the way I dress in England, like I personally would say that my style is like casual glam. I wear very much like high street outfits, but I always mix it in with like something that's like maybe designer or maybe something that's like on a more higher price point.
Yeah.
Obviously we don't have to wear hijab in England, so like I always dress quite brightly. I don't really wear like much black, that's not really my style, but like when I go to Iran I always make sure that I take at least like 1 or 2 colourful mantos and like headscarves, and I don't really dress as modestly as a lot of people do in Iran, because a lot of people wear like chadors, which is like a big sheet that covers everywhere apart from like a small section of your face. But I normally just like try and match maybe the colour of my headscarf to my manto, or match the colour of like my bag to my shoes. In Iran, like that shows that you're well like put together. In England, people aren't really like that bothered. Like it's not that much of a thing if you don't match your bag to your shoes, but in Iran that's like a big thing. So I always try to like dress what's like fashionable there at the time when I go, and I always wear like, I don't really wear like baggy things. Like I'll wear like a jeans and a nice top with my manto and my headscarf, but I always make sure that like I've got a bit of makeup on. So yeah, that's how I sort of go about it.
Question number 8.
Charlotte.
Take 2. Question number 8. What's your typical day in England?
So my typical day in England is I get up, I check my emails because I am a fashion blogger as well. I'll always check my emails to see if like a certain brand has like emailed me or whatever. I'll look at the schedule because I've got like a schedule of like what outfits to wear, like where to go, where to take the outfit from. So I always go take my photos, have something to eat as well. I'll edit my photos or videos or whatever I've taken. Spend loads of time on my social media.
Question number 9. What's your typical day in Iran?
So I wake up very early because obviously you go on holiday and want to get the most out of it.
I wake up really late.
Do you actually?
I literally wake up at like 2 PM. It's ridiculous.
I wake up at like 9 in the morning. In England I wake up at 2 PM. Yeah. I spend most of the daytime with my family. Like we'll go to picnics or we'll go for lunch or shopping, and then like around 8 or 9 o'clock I always go out with my friends, and they come pick me up, and we always like go to restaurants or we go to each other's houses for like a little social gathering and like have tea and stuff like that.
Question number 10. How do you present your fashion identity in England compared to Iran?
Okay, so I always ask whoever I'm going out with what they're wearing. Like sometimes I have an idea of what to wear and they're like, no, it's a bit too much, or no, like you have to be a bit more like dressy uppy sort of thing. But in general, because I go every year, I sort of got a better understanding. And even though we do have to cover up, I always make sure that I have my own little style, like interpretation on like the hijab, because that's like a big thing now in Iran. Like a lot of girls, especially in like the capital city Tehran, they tend to wear like very colourful hijab, like mantos and like headscarves. It's not really that much like different to maybe how like English people wear, because like we wear a coat but it's not very like, it's not that covered, like it's just like wearing like a trench coat or like a duster jacket.
I feel like it's kind of wearing like a cardigan almost.
Yeah, exactly, like a long cardigan.
So that pretty much wraps up our chat for today. Thank you very much for coming, Alda.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so like I said, if you have any questions, please don't be hesitant to comment down below, and obviously I'll respond to you straight away. But for now, bye!